Hello everybody, my name is Dano Paladini. Today I'd like to show you my two Esquire guitars. An Esquire is basically a Telecaster with just one pickup, like that. I'm a big fan of the old Johnny Burnett rock and roll trio, and especially their lead guitar player Paul Burlinson. Paul used to play a vintage white, like that too, Fender Esquire back in the 50s, so that's why I got this baby. The parts for this Esquire Telecaster are custom made in the USA by MJT. They did a very nice relic job on those guitar parts. The metal parts are a little rusty, you can see that. And the finish of the body shows a lot of weather checking, which I like very much. Well, there is just one tiny little thing about the relic job on this guitar that I don't like too much. Can you see those marks? You can clearly see that the maker hit almost the same spot with the same tool for several times. When I do a relic job myself, I use the edge of a hammer or some other hard object and hit only once. Then I change the tool to produce marks of another shape. You don't want too much of an uniform pattern on a relic object. Very important to me was an ash body and the nitro finish. The nitro finish is about the same stuff that they used back in the 50s and 60s. Nitro is not as stable and protective as modern poly finish, but it lets the wood of the instrument vibrate much more freely. You can hear and feel it, especially on the original vintage instruments. They seem to sound warmer and fuller, so if you're looking for an instrument that sounds like the good old ones, go for a nitro finish. Yeah, this one's great. This is a hand-wound broadcaster pickup I bought at the internet from somebody who calls himself Pickup Wizard. It's a very nicely done. It looks and sounds really old, as we like it. A lot of players argue about why not having a Telecaster right away instead of this primitive wooden board with just one pickup. Well, to me the fascination of an Esquire is the fact that it looks and feels like a hot-rodded instrument, stripped down to its very basics, so there's no substitute for coolness. It is kind of funny anyway. This X has one pickup, but it has a three-way switch. So let's see what this one does. This position switches off the tone control completely. All the heights of the pickup are going straight into the amp, which gives you a very bright and twangy sound. Yeah, well, the middle position adds the tone control knob again. Now you have the sound of a conventional Telecaster bridge pickup. See? Yeah. Well, the last position gives you a very strange and a little bit of muddy sound. Well, it seems like all the heights are blended out. I use this sound for a strum and rhythm guitar sometimes, but hear yourself. So let's have a look at my second Esquire. The parts of this one are masterfully made by Warmoth in the USA. It has this beautiful quilted maple top over a chambered ash body. They call this color Tiger's Dye. I call this fancy baby Little Tigress, so I'm sure you see why. Well, it's a great looking guitar for modern rockabilly and psychobilly. The pickup is also hand wound. It's a no-caster pickup remake with the famous flat poles. The woods and the processing on this instrument parts are just awesome. The finish is perfectly done. See yourself. Very nice. Well, it has a very, very nice flame maple neck too. I hope you can see that. Hey, 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 hey. Now, compared to the Relic Esquire from MJT, this baby sounds much more modern, and the notes come very precisely. So let's compare the sound of the two Esquires. I'd like to play a little guitar solo for you, a Lonesome train on a Lonesome track in my very own version. As much as I love the precious players of the original old rock and roll and rockabilly records, I'm much too lazy to learn their solos note per note. I try to catch up their spirit of playing and go on from there. So now I'm wondering if you can hear any difference between the two Esquires. Well, I hope you had fun with my little video, and thanks for tuning in. See you later. Goodbye.